Welcome back to Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. My name is Tails Fyraga. In the last episode, we went through the Library of the Ancients and found Professor Cid's grandson, Mid. And in today's episode, we're heading back to Karnak, and probably going to do a little bit of cleanup before we go on to the next area. Not that the next area is going to be particularly, super difficult or anything, but I just want to get a little bit of cleanup done, especially because there's a couple of things we can do. Primarily one thing we can do, actually not a couple, I've lied, I've fibbed, I've told a mistruth. Anyway, burning hellfire. That's always fun. Get you out of the way. Yeah, even those high HP pools from the zoos aren't doing anything. You ain't nothing, man. No, but I know who could be something if I avoid the desert. There we go. So let's head to Karnak and progress the plot. Never mind, let's go into the waiting arms of a bird. You might be thinking to yourself, birds don't have arms. And, I mean, you're right. But don't tell them that. They're gonna get jealous. Birds, the reason why they poop on cars is because they're jealous of human arms. They're just like, I am a bird. The thing that I want most in life as a bird. Arms. Why, God, why have you not given me arms? Now that that's out of the way, how about we head on over to the inn? Since the fire crystal is no more, of course we don't have the discount on everything that we usually would. And it's not the inn we need to go to, it's the pub. I think I forgot to play the piano last time, so I'm just gonna make sure I play it now. Oh, we're getting those piano exercises. Our fingers are limber, and our arms are ready to flex. So it's time to talk to Cid. Cid, did you hear me play the piano? It was really cool. Mid isn't here? Come on, man, pull yourself together. What's the point? Leave me alone. Don't waste your time on a worthless old lump like me. Grandpa! I heard you were depressed. Mid? So I've come to do what anyone does to depressed people. Beat them the fuck up. Ow, Mid, stop that. What are you doing? What am I doing? What are you doing, you silly old fool? You never give up. Never. Mid, you always told me not to be afraid of failing. You told me that if you mess up, you have to start over and try again. What happened to that? Mid. Just try again. Mid, you're absolutely right. Of course I am. It's not over. The Earth Crystal is still out there. Yeah, but where? That I don't know, but we've got to find it and protect it. And to do that, we'll need the fire-powered ship. Yes, we'll need to get the ship moving again. But without the crystal, way ahead of you, Grandpa, just look at this. Mid, where'd you dig this up? I see, like that. Nice work, Mid, this could do it. Alright, let's get to work. Yeah! Time to do some motherfucking engineering. Gonna make a boat. Just a little nod there. A lot of emotion can be told just through some subtle motion. Because that's kind of a reason why, a lot of people, they say that, oh, if you have a character that has, a helmet or a mask on, you can't read their emotions, but, body language is something that you can read. So I think that's one of the reasons why, like, Samus's subtle body movement in something like Metroid Dread, for instance. Those subtle body motions tell a lot. Like telling Kraid, oh, I'm kinda sick of your shit already. Didn't I kill you in Super Metroid? And Kraid's just like, I got better. Believe it or not, this planet's got great healthcare. Alright, on to the fire-powered ship. Out of the way. You'll have to excuse Mid, he's all fired up. We'll take care of the ship, you just sit tight. Well, time for me to do what I always do, take a nap. Head on over to the map room, because it sounds like nap, so it's a great place to rest. Galuf, what's wrong? Yes, you do look even stranger than usual. Galuf, are you alright? My head. It was like I could almost remember. Grandpa! Mid? Grandpa! Kryl. He's starting to get his memories back. We saw that Kryl character earlier, when we were dealing with the Siren. And it turns out, Cid's shitty grandson is a lot like our shitty granddaughter. Ow! Hey, knock it off. Silly old fool? Kryl. Galuf, what happened? Did you remember something? I'm not from this world. I came here in a meteorite sent from another world. Because the evil we'd sealed away 30 years ago was beginning to reawaken. I came here to stop it. Evil is reawakening. That's right. And a terrible evil at that. The Dark Warlock X-Death. No doubt about it, the power of the 4 crystals converges on this spot. Perfect. We'll use their power to seal X-Death here. And hey, a cross shape surrounded by 4 stones. Came here once before to seal him away 30 years ago. So, if all 4 crystals are destroyed, then the seal you place on X-Death will be broken? Right. Ugh, my head. Galuf. Still can't remember clearly. Ugh. We can't allow X-Death to be revived. I'm just gonna take a nap here. I'm okay. I just need a nap. Give me a nice little throw pillow and a towel and I'll be all set. Speaking of old men sleeping on the floor. I slept like a top. I slept like a top. I sound like an old man. Hey, it's finished. We are so awesome. Presenting a boat that will sail without any wind. Now we have a ship, we can go find the Earth Crystal. Righto, we're counting on you. We'll return to the Library of the Ancients for now. We should be able to find some more clues there. If you need anything, make sure to stop by. Take care of yourselves. And with this, we now have the not quite fire-powered ship. And now the world is our oyster. Sort of. We can't get into the original area here, but we can certainly explore around the ocean and find aquatic enemies. Unfortunately, aquatic enemies aren't going to be as cut and dry as just cast Thundara on them and kill them, because there are some enemies around here that actually absorb thunder. So it's going to be a little difficult to deal with them, but not too bad all things considered. With the ship, we have a lot of places that we can go. Our current objective is to go to Crescent Island. You can tell which island that is because it looks like a crescent. But there are some other areas we can go to as well. Down south, we can head to the town of Jackhole, and if we want to take an up north approach, we can head to the town of Istory. But I'm not going to head to either of those just yet. Rather, I'm going to head back to Walse. Because there's actually something we can get there. We could have gotten it earlier, but I kind of wanted to make sure that I was a high enough level to get there because it's a boss fight. But it's a boss fight that gets us something cool. We actually have a couple of boss fights that get us some summons now. I'll meet you guys back at Walse. I forgot the name of the town for a little bit, so... Alright, we're back at Walse. Now it's time to find what we're looking for. If we head down here, there's a few different ways we can go, but we actually want to hit this secret switch here. And head outside, except I just realized this is the wrong way, so hold on. Shoot, which one was the right way? Yeah, it was down, okay. It was down from there. Going across this aqueduct, you notice, behind this waterfall, there's a door. I wonder what this leads to, he says knowingly. A few enemies from the Walse Tower also will reappear here, and some new enemies as well. Now we've got the strength, the power, so they're not really going to be that much of a problem, and a lot of them are weak to fire. If they're not weak to fire, they're probably weak to thunder, since we're in an ice and water area. Where we actually want to go is up into the top reaches of the tower. Maybe we'll encounter another enemy along the way, or maybe not. Oh, there we go. Elf Toad and Ice Soldier. Toads actually have a blue magic spell for us, but they need to be the last one in the fight in order to use it. And even then, we have to hope they target Ferris. Alright, buddy. Show us your spell. Show us your skill. Show us your power. You are one of the ones that can use it, right? Right? All the frogs should be able to use it? There we go. Pawn's Chorus. I'll probably go back and get it later, but Pawn's Chorus is a blue magic spell that casts Toad on an enemy. Actually, I think the blue magic version casts it on all enemies. Now, we don't have the Toad spell to remove that, and we can't use Essena on Gallif right now. So, we're gonna have to use up a Maiden's Kiss. But hey, one smooch later and he's good to go. And... nope. I actually want to do that. I want to use... Cura? We're actually pretty good on HP right now. I'll just use Cure on Ferris. Inside the middle, you know what that signal is. That is a summoned monster. And if I was in an icy area, what summoned creature would I be? He says, knowingly. I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of the "he said knowingly" joke, but it's a good gag. Inside the snowflake, we have Shiva the Ice Goddess. If you would command me, first you must prove your worth. Shiva you can actually fight on your first trip to Walse, but I don't really recommend it. Because these guys have a lot of health, and Shiva casts Blizzara, which is going to do a huge amount of damage to our party. Thankfully, however, with better gear and higher HP, Blizzara really ain't nothing. Let's equip Fire Blade onto Bart's now. Yeah, she's only doing 88 now. She has a pretty low magic stat, in all honesty. And there we go. You can beat her on your first time here, but I recommend coming back later, just to make it a bit easier. We received the summoned monster Shiva. I guess on the other hand, if you do go and get Shiva before going to the fire-powered ship, then fire-powered ship's a joke. You don't even need Blizzara for it. You'll probably still want Blizzara, but you don't need it. Now there are other areas to explore in Castle Walse, but right now we're not at a high enough level to deal with that. Yes, there is something even stronger than Shiva going through the basement of Castle Walse, but we're not currently at a power level to deal with that. They are quite strong. Quite strong. So instead, how about we head on back to that there town of Karnak, and that there boat we've got, and sail a bit more on the open seas. Alright, now that we're back at the ship, I do have something to show as well. I went back to Karnak real quick to stock up on some more items, and mostly just to get new equipment. But one of the things that actually we got from Shiva, besides her summon, was a frost rod. Time to talk about rods, baby! There are certain items in the game, the flame rod, frost rod, thunder rod, and the air knife as well, that actually power up elemental attributes. I believe the elements get like a 50% bonus when you have these items equipped. So the frost rod and the flame rod, if we want to summon Ifrit instead, very good for elemental spells. I'm going to keep the frost rod on hand, even though that's going to reduce Ferris's attack power significantly. It also means that I'm going to equip the main gauche to Lena, and now she's got some serious firepower going on there. That's high attack. Although that's the attack of both weapons combined, so not in one strike. But still, very nice to have. So before we head to Crescent Island, I figured let's head to Jackhole instead, because there are some things to show off there. Well, okay, I guess there's not too many things to show off there, but, I mean, it's a cool place to be. It's a cool place, and it's gonna get colder. Alright, so let's eat Diamond Dust with the power of the Frost Rod now. Not hitting super effectively, but it's still gonna do a lot. Nice! It's solid pretty much 400 there. Unfortunately, with this boat, we're going to be running into a lot of random encounters on the way there. No thunder anemones yet, I've noticed. Alright, let's see another Diamond Dust. And I'll cast another Thundara for good measure, too. Yeah, no, we're dealing around 400 damage to them, which is actually more damage than Thundara is doing to them, so that's nice. I'm sure if we get a Thunder Rod and find another electric summon, then we'll really be pumping out the numbers, but for now, yeah, what we've got is fine. Roast them with a little bit of thunder, then cool them down, put them in the fridge and save them for later. Ooh, I love the taste of a fish-sickle. New Kellogg's Frosted Fish. They're more than good. They're fish. It's got Thundara Blade going as well. I actually do want to see Thunder Anemones at some point, because they're a great way to get lightning scrolls for Ninja. But I have a feeling they're going to show up in kind of the more outward areas of the ocean, where the tougher monsters are. Either that, or we're just stuck fighting fishmen forever. Alright, park the boat there for the time being. Ooh, a cave. I'm not gonna go in there just yet, but there are some goodies to get in there. Or maybe I should go in there. Have I been recording? I still got some time left to do things. Whatever. Whatever goes, goes. Bombs, being a fiery enemy, you may think that they're weak to ice, but they actually aren't in this game. Usually they are, but here, not so much. They'll still self-destruct if you cast a fire spell on them. Alright. The town of Jackhole, which of course has another pub for us to seek out, and another piano for us to play. Can I play the piano anymore? Well, of course you can. Well, I couldn't before. Alright, now that we got our Dr. Zaius on, we're playing the best role. We want you to play the human. It's the role I was born to play. Here in Jackhole, there's not too much for us to get right now. I don't think there's any new spells, no. But there are some new pieces of equipment we can get, if we so desire. Here we can get the Ogre Killer Axe, the Coral Sword, Mage Masher, which is actually a steal from the Sorcerer enemies that we found in the escape sequence in Karnak, but on this run I didn't steal any, so... Trident, which is good for when we get a lance using class, Ashura, which is good for when we get a katana using class, and Silver Bow, which is good for if we get a bow using class. I'm gonna buy a Mage Masher and 2 Coral Swords, because I'll probably be switching jobs up here in a bit. As for armor, it's mostly just stuff for ninjas and casters. We get a little bit of something better for Ferris and Galuf at least. Yep, I want you to keep on with that Frost Rod for now. It's gonna lower your main attack power, but the Mithril Sword I bought in Karnak is already useless to us. Sort of. Coral Sword is nice. A sword infused with the power of lightning. You know, like coral tends to have. I'm sure that's scientifically accurate. It sounds to me. Do I want to show that off now, or do I want to show that off in the next episode? I think I'm going to show that off in the next episode. There's something else we can do in this area, but I feel like that might require a little more dedication. So we'll get there in the next episode. Just one more cast of diamond dust for good measure. So I think that's actually going to do it for today. Yeah, that sounds good. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, the nice little thumbs up that lets me know that I've done a okay job at doing things. And if you want to see more from the slowest talker in the universe, might I suggest hitting that subscribe button and checking out my channel? I've got some pretty neat videos there. I heard you like really neat videos. They're pretty cool. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.